One last Arlo video for now. Hey everyone, welcome to Princess of Gay. I'm your host Connie, and today we are here with I Heart Arlo, episodes 8 and 9. And like I said in the pre-thought, or the cold open, I always do that. Like I said in the cold open, this is going to be the last I Heart Arlo video for the time being. Because there's 19 episodes, I decided to take a break about halfway through. I think I was talking about different ways I could split it up or whatnot. But I feel like ending with episode 9 is completely fine. I have no issues with putting it on hold right now. And I think that there's going to be a few things that are put on hold or whatnot this week. So I think it's just a good time as well. Because looking at the schedule here, let me get that up for a second. We also have, I think, a couple other things that, again, I'm either going to be putting on hold or just ending this week. Something like that. I'm waiting for this to actually pop up because it takes a moment if I haven't been on it for a bit. But one such example is Scavenger's Reign on Wednesdays. As you know, we were going to put it on hold last week, but I messed up. I accidentally got the wrong episode. Well, the website got the wrong episode, to be fair. But I accidentally recorded episode 5 without having seen episode 4 and just did not realize it until someone told me. So we're doing episode 4 of Scavenger's Reign this week. And so, yeah, we're going to take a break after that. And we already know what we're going into. And then Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur, we are going to be finishing up this week as well. So it's that's 3 separate shows we're going to be changing. And in terms of changing the little mid-card channel ad thing during the videos, where I advertise all of the current reactions and stuff. In terms of changing that and all, it would just be better to wait until the end of the week. That way I can do it for multiple shows at once. Although I'm going to have to do it again once I finish Batman Caped Crusader. And Dragon Prince is still a few weeks out. Delicious in Dungeon is still a bit out from that. But yeah, it's we'll get to that. We'll get to those ones as we get to them. But with this, you already know what's replacing it. I mentioned this last time. We're going to just bring back One Piece. We took a little break from One Piece to get to some of this. And then we'll come back to this in the future, probably in a different slot, and we'll get back to more One Piece because it's been a few weeks, and I'm admittedly missing it. I'm missing One Piece. I want to get back to more, so that's what we're gonna do. But we still have these 2 episodes before we do that. So what do we got? We got 2 episodes. I don't know what they're called. Don't know what to expect. But we've been getting a little bit of focus on different characters. There's still a couple that I feel like could get some more focus on. But so far it's pretty much entirely episodic. There's, again, I said this last time, but that one little hint of a larger story. But that's probably not going to come into play yet. That's probably going to be the second half of the season. And probably not going to be even right away then. But we will see. I could be proven wrong. But yeah, I don't know what to expect. I'm just hoping that these 2 episodes leave us off on a good note. Whew, excuse me. Sorry about that. But yeah, I hope we're left off on a good note. I hope that it's a good place at least to leave off, and it doesn't feel like, oh, things are really going to kick off now with a big cliffhanger. Though that would be kind of fun in and of itself. Either way, we'll see how it goes and hope for the best. So let's just get into these episodes and see what these two have in store for us today. Cutting in here real quick to remind you of all the awesome content we have on the channel. Between Monday and Friday, we have a plethora of awesome series reactions with 2 on Wednesday. We also have movie reactions every Saturday and Sunday. I do pre-record them during the week, but I upload them on the weekend. And don't forget all the gaming content we have both on this channel and the Secondary Princess of Gaming channel. We have Horizon Forbidden West every other day and Baldur's Gate 3 every single day on this channel, while we also have Nier Automata every Saturday on the other. And don't forget to click the link down in the description below to get to today's reaction. I redirected just due to copyright reasons. And finally, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and like the video if you want to see more awesome content such as this. Thank you so much for tuning in. Let's get on to the reaction. And we are back, and we'll begin with spoilers in 3, 2, 1, now. So although it was unexpected, I am glad that the episodes we're leaving off on had one more hint towards this ongoing mystery issue, whatever you want to call it. Whatever's going on in the swamp with Edme. I'm glad that we got one more hint to that before we took our break. Now let's talk about the episodes specifically. So the first episode we had here, Jeromeo, is no surprise about Jeromeo. Jeromeo is feeling down in the dumps, is in such a bad, depressed state that the others kind of mistake him for dead. And Arlo refuses to actually listen to him and find out what's wrong. While Jeromeo misses the swamp and wants to kind of go back to that, Arlo is just, again, not listening and trying out everything else. Once he finally has to chase Jeromeo through New York and realizes that he hasn't been listening while talking to I guess it was just an actual statue. He does finally listen, and while he can't take Jeromeo back to the swamp for obvious reasons, it's way too far, he does manage to bring him to the lake, I guess? Lake, river, whatever the fuck body of water it is in Central Park, I guess. River wouldn't be right. Would it? I actually don't know. I don't think so. I've never been... I've been through New York, but I've never been to New York. But either way, yeah, he takes Jeromeo there. Jeromeo's super happy. He mentions missing the swamp too. And that's where we get the little end bit with Edme and shit going down. And it seems like shit is going down. While we don't see anything about what it is, we see there's a bear trap that Edme had placed down. She's throwing bombs around. It's like, Jesus. What the fuck is happening? It's got to be something pretty big. This is the second time they've set up for it, so there's got to be a big reveal coming. And I'm very curious for what it's going to end up being. But I do like that they are setting up for it. It kind of reminds me of when they set up for V prior to her debut in the middle of Season 2 of Owl House. It very much kind of reminds me of that. And I mean that in a good way. I don't know if the payoff for this is going to be as good as it was for V. Probably not. Because that's really fucking hard to do. But I still think it's going to be good. And I'm definitely interested to see what it ends up being. So, yeah. I guess we will find out in the future. I don't know how long it's going to be till we get back to this. We'll just have to see. But I definitely am excited to get back to One Piece starting next week. That's going to be fun. I'm excited to see more of that, to get to what I've missed. because I don't want to get too far behind, you know? It would suck to get too far behind. Now, I don't know how quickly I'm going to catch up. I don't know how many like episodes a week I'm going to do. We're just going to kind of take it by ear, or play it by ear, I guess is more accurate to the term, and just see what happens. Um we'll see. I'm not going to guarantee anything. I'm not going to promise anything. We'll decide at the moment each week. But in the meantime, thank you as always so much for tuning in. If you oh wait, I forgot to talk about the second episode. I'm here trying to sign off of the video, and I didn't even talk about the second episode that we reacted to today. Wow. I just had a brain fart. So the second episode, I don't remember what it was called, but this one is about Marcellus. He's in his fountain. Everyone starts, throwing coins in, starting with Birdie, making wishes. Wishing fountain rules. You get the gist. And although he's trying to act greedy and selfish and everything, Marcellus does have a heart, and we know that's kind of his character. So at night, he ends up finding a guitar in the trash, but then also breaking into the music shop anyway, to help out Birdie. And he does drop the guitar off for her while also getting some other instruments for himself, I guess. And yeah, this starts this entire spiral of everyone else like making wishes and him having to grant them all. And he is granting them. And he is actively choosing to help all of these people. Because the thing is, he could just take the money and run, basically. He could just take all the money that they threw in and just, like, not give them their wishes, though they'd probably come back and take the money anyway, which I think is what is implied that they did at the end. But, yeah, I mean, he was granting all these wishes, and then Arlo comes in with a big wish in the end. He even has a big coin from his father for the big wish. He wants to get his father something nice as a gift, and his father collects eggs, especially unique ones. So he's like, hey, there's this weird big egg on top of, or not on top of, but like up on the Empire State Building, though he doesn't know what it's called. He's like, can the wishing fountain get this for me? And Marcellus was like, I don't know about that. That's far away from the fountain. The fountain might not be able to do that. But because everyone starts complaining and threatening to take back their money, he's like, no, okay, I'll do it. And he does it. He does get it and brings it back, but he nearly dies because he dehydrates from doing it. Because he can't be away from water for too long, for obvious reasons. Birdie had already figured out it was him doing all of this, and basically it gives the lesson about, like, don't push yourself too far. You have to know your limits and all of that jazz. And even when he finds out that Birdie did get the egg to Arlo and offered the big coin in exchange, he actually refuses the coin and says Arlo gets this one for free because, again, tries to act all bad, tries to act all selfish, but he's a genuinely good guy deep down. Though he is still money hungry and is upset about his money being gone. Also, Felicia definitely had it worst, with all the birds. Except for maybe the one lady who just needed a walker, and Marcellus, for some reason, just refused that wish. Of all the wishes, specifically that one. Just refused it like an absolute dick. It's like, what the hell? Marcellus is definitely my least favorite character because of how dickish he is. I kind of hope that throughout the series he'll end up becoming less of a dick and actually, letting his true, kindness out a lot more. because it's like he needs to have a character arc here. Otherwise, he's just not a good character. You can only take that so far until the humor of it ends up becoming not only annoying but actively detrimental, actively hurting his character and making him just entirely unlikable. So they have to do some kind of character arc here. But there was some good expressions and stuff. I like the Grinch face. And like overall I enjoyed these episodes. I don't think either of them were bad. They weren't my favorites, but I enjoyed them well enough. That all being said, tell me your thoughts on both of these episodes down in the comments below. And for now, for real this time, I'm Connie and I'm signing off. See y'all next time.